Okay, folks, I wasn't going to do a video on this because it just seemed kind of odd to do a video about a video. But, we've been following the Iron Claw from the announcement that they were even making the thing, uh, following the casting, the screening of the movie, the release date. Now we have A24 has released the trailer. And why are you still listening to me? There's a link in the description. I'm going to put a link in the upper right hand corner. There's going to be a link at the end of the video if you do want to hear my thoughts on it. Go to the community section of the channel. Got a link there. If you follow me on Twitter, I've got a link there. But just to give some thoughts on it, just real quick. I don't know if I've ever watched a trailer and gotten that excited about it. uh, I don't even know where to start. But let me just first say, these pro wrestling journalists, quote unquote, that panned this movie in the screening, which, fair enough. It's not like the screening was the final edit. They can all suck an egg. I thought the trailer looked incredible. If I'm half this excited about the movie as I was about the trailer, I'm totally going to be satisfied with the end result. Visually, it looked incredible. Okay, any qualms that anybody has had about, oh, they don't look enough like the Von Erichs, all this talk about height, you watch this trailer, you're not going to care anything about any of that. It looks incredible. Harris Dickinson is the one that really stood out to me. Even his voice, he sounded like David Von Erich. He looked a lot like David Von Erich. They got the clothes, the dress was spot on for everybody. Saying a lot of people say that they're going to treat it with kid gloves and it's just going to be a pro Von Erich movie. They're not going to make it seem like anything was wrong at all. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure Fritz is going to come out looking that great in this movie. I don't think it's going to be quite kid gloves when it comes to dealing with everything that happened. Now, it may not necessarily play into everybody's conspiracy theories. There's going to be people that aren't going to be satisfied with it. I already know that. Because that's just the way things are. People have their opinions that they've convinced themselves are facts, and that's just going to be the way that is. I'm going to tell you right now, if you watch this trailer and you come away without goosebumps, there's just no hope for you. Everybody looks great. Jeremy Allen White, Zac Efron, everybody looked great. I don't know if it's CGI or if they actually rebuilt just for the outside visual, but there's a shot of the Sportatorium in there. And actually, it might be CGI. It was a quick shot in the trailer. It looks incredible. It kind of took me back there for a second. It's like, whoa. Because it looks like the Sportatorium from, and I know they kind of recreated the inside when they were shooting some of the scenes. This is from the outside, and it looks like the Sportatorium from the 70s and 80s. One thing I have to take, I did take away, apparently, Chris is just completely left out of this movie, which I thought is really kind of odd. Making him a minor role in the movie would have been expected, I guess. He was really young when most of this was going on, but there's not even a hint of Chris in the movies. I thought that was just kind of weird that they would just completely leave out a family member. But that is one odd thing that I noticed. A couple of other negatives, well, I mean, I guess it depends on how picky you want to get. Jeremy Allen White, his voice didn't exactly scream Kerry Von Erich, but again, maybe I'm getting a little too nitpicky there. But that's really it as far as any negatives. Other than that, I was really blown away. I guess the biggest negative being that there is no Chris at all in the movie. Just found that really stranch. Definitely go watch it. Come back here, let me know what you thought. And I do want to toss out there, if you haven't come across it, it is going to be released December 22nd. I will probably be going to see it in Wichita Falls if it's showing there. I might make a trip to Denton. It would probably be early in the day though. But whatever I decide to do, I don't know if there'd be enough people around Wichita Falls that would be interested in just. Not that it's going to be a big get together. It's just going to be me going to watch a movie. We'll talk more about that later. My phone had to make an appearance. But I wouldn't mind getting together, at least going to see the movie at the same time, not necessarily going and sitting together and all that, but maybe when the movie's over, if some people are interested in just kind of gathering together and giving some thoughts on the movie. But we'll get more into that later. As far as here on the channel, I've got a special World Class Bios coming out. But sorry about that Bruiser Brody one. WWE waited a month and then hit me with a copyright claim on a couple of parts of it, and I had to clip those out. I'm going to re-edit that and put it out again. I'm not going to take the one down because, like I say, it's been up for a month. I may re-edit it and release the full version with those two little, that's like 18 seconds of video that I'm going to have to replace. But I've got a special one coming out, a new World Class Bios. So watch for that. And we'll get more into our little quasi watch party, if you will. But go watch the trailer, come back here, let me know what you think. If you are just stumbling across this, got all kinds of stuff about talking about the Iron Claw and the casting playlist together. Got other pro wrestling stuff. Check out the playlist. Go watch the trailer. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Not necessarily in that order. And I'll see you next time.